It's that time of year when turkeys start hitting the oven, the grill, the smoker, and I've got a 13-pound turkey that I'm gonna rub up with a great seasoning. We're going to inject it with some terrific flavor, and tomorrow I am gonna smoke it up out on the Hunsaker Vortex Smoker so that we can have some fantastic turkey. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a good old turkey tomorrow. So today we're gonna be making a rub and getting it seasoned on the outside so that we can kind of dry brine it overnight in the refrigerator. Many times I've done that with chickens. You've seen that in videos. I've done it with turkey pieces. It just helps the skin dry out a little bit more and accept that seasoning. I'm not gonna be going under the skin with the rub because I want that skin adhesion to remain, but we are gonna be injecting it tomorrow before it goes out on the smoker. So let's get this rub going. Now, 2 parts of this rub I need to grind up a little bit in my spice grinder first. And if you don't have these specific ingredients, you can mix and match, use things that you have. This is gonna be a sort of peppery, smoky rub. First ingredient is 1 tablespoon of a dark and smoky pepper from the Flatiron Pepper Company. We're also gonna add 1 tablespoon of Hatch Valley green peppers from Flatiron Pepper Company. No, Flatiron's not sponsoring this, I just like their peppers. We're gonna go ahead and process this quickly, get it broken down. Comes a little bit chunky and rustic, I want a little bit finer grind. Just like that, let's get it in our bowl and get the rest of our ingredients. So we'll dump our peppers in here. To this I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of a smoked paprika. We're going smoky here. Half a tablespoon of granulated garlic, and half a tablespoon of kosher salt. Just gonna mix this up. And this smells smoky right here. All right, let's go ahead and get our turkey out here. So here is our bird, a 13-pound turkey. Looks pretty good, it's trimmed up nicely. We're gonna go ahead and just get it seasoned up on the outside. As I mentioned, we'll be doing the injection before it goes on the smoker tomorrow. Don't want to put that injection overnight and just have it leak out. And if you really want to get up under the skin and put it under there, go ahead. I just really find that you take a chance with that, with the skin losing that adhesion. I want to try and keep the skin and the meat contact together. And I just want to tuck the wings up under here. And we're going to tie our legs together down here. And trim our string off here. There we go. This bird's going in the refrigerator overnight. Tomorrow morning we'll make the injection. We're gonna really inject the breasts. We'll give a little bit in the thighs, but mostly the breasts here. And we're gonna hang this bird out on the Hunsaker Vortex Smoker. Good morning. Our turkey is all rested up after a night in the refrigerator. That time in the refrigerator has helped dry the skin out, gives us a better chance at not rubbery skin. When you're smoking a turkey or anything like that, a chicken, it's difficult to get crispy skin because you're not generally going at high heat. You can do some things to get crispier, and one of the things you can do is help dry out that skin. So that's why I didn't inject it last night. I want to inject it right now just before we go on. I didn't want any of that injection leaking out and moistening up the skin again. So let's go ahead and inject this, and what we're going to be using is what I like to call BBQ butter. It's a stick of melted butter and a 1/4 cup of your favorite barbecue sauce just mixed in. I'm just going to go up into the breasts here. Just trying to add some more moisture and flavor here. And some of it will leak out, that's normal. Let's get this other breast here. And you see I'm trying to go under the skin so I'm not puncturing the skin unless I absolutely have to. Now for this, you can really use any injection you want. Some people will just take Italian dressing, put it through the blender to break down any larger bits in it and inject that. And I'm just gonna come here and get down into the thighs. Just a little bit, don't need a lot. All right, I'm good with that. Let's get our hanging rod in here. I'm just gonna bring this up under the legs, feed it up through the body cavity, and out the neck. All right, let's go fire up the Hunsaker Vortex Smoker and get this bird on. All right, the Hunsaker Vortex Smoker is coming up to temp. I'm going between 250 and 300 today. This smoker tends to like that range, probably closer right in that 275 range. Now I added cherry wood to the Vortex basket before I lit it. And as you saw, I added water and a water pan. That's also going to catch some of the drips, but I also want some moisture in this cook chamber today. The ultimate internal temperature we're going for is 165, just like all poultry. The probe for the ThermoWorks X4 smoke shows a starting temperature inside of about 39-40 degrees. And at about 140 degrees, we're going to glaze this bird. Don't know how long this is going to take, 3, 4, 5 hours. Just gonna let it smoke. So I'll see you back here when it's time to glaze this bird. All right, we are right at about 140 degrees internal. Let's go ahead and take a look at our turkey, get it off, and glaze it up. So the glaze I'm using today is simple. It's a 1/4 cup of maple syrup and 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, the same barbecue sauce that I put in the injection. Just pick your favorite barbecue sauce. This is a Lily's Carolina barbecue sauce, which is really good. I want to get this on here before the flies have a feast. All right, let's get this back on and let it finish up smoking. I'll see you back here when we're between 160 and 165 internal. All right, our turkey internal temp is just about 162. Let's take a look, and it's time to pull this bird because the carryover cooking will take it to that 165. That's a good looking bird. All right, I'm gonna get the turkey off the smoker, take it inside, let it rest loosely covered with foil for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna cut in. All right, here is our turkey. I'm completely happy with the color on this, exactly what I was looking for. Sometimes when you use a glaze that has a lot of sugar in it, maple syrup, you're gonna get a darker color, but this one, just the way I want it. So let's go ahead and cut in. Let's see, let's go right here on the breast. Hot. Very hot. Oh, nice and juicy. Nice and juicy in there. Just look at that. A little bit of a juice-a-lunch. Once we cut everything up here, this board is going to be covered. Let's cut the string off the legs here. Let's see, I'm going to cut right down here. I love thigh meat. I've said it every time I make turkey or chicken. There we go, a nice leg quarter. Slide the turkey over there. Let's cut into the thigh. Oh yes. Dark meat, juice, flavor, that's what I want. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and carve some of this up because it's time to taste. All right, I cut up some breast pieces, some thigh pieces. I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna start with the breast. Let's see. Really good flavor from the rub, but man, that injection really helps. Really puts that flavor in the breast meat where you have the most chance of drying out. This did not dry out. Have good adhesion of the skin to the meat. That's just one of the reasons I don't generally rub the seasoning up under the skin. I think you have far more of a chance of that skin just coming completely apart off the meat, and I just like it to hold on if possible. If it comes off, it's not a big deal. You can just eat it a little bit separate, but I wanted to try and keep it on. Now for the thigh. Yeah, I injected that a little bit, but it just doesn't really need it. That thigh meat has such inherent flavor with the fat in there. That dark meat, plus the dark meat can tolerate being closer to the heat source like it was here, even though we had a pan of water in between. If I hadn't had that pan of water there, would have been a little more direct heat coming up from the Vortex basket. Still would have been good, but man, this turned out fantastic. Oh. Total cook time was just over 3 hours. I think it was 3 hours and 10 minutes. Then I did about a 30-minute rest. So 3.5 hours, 3 hours, 40 minutes, got a fantastic turkey. And when you throw in that overnight time in the refrigerator, it's a little bit of an investment in your time and effort, but man, does it pay off. So if you're looking to do a turkey for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, or any other time of the year, you can do it on just about any grill or smoker you have. And today I did it on the drum smoker. The Hunsaker Vortex smoker held temperature right around 270 the entire time and turned out a fantastic, juicy bird. I love this.